What is up, guys? Today we have the Beatbot Aquasense Pro robotic pool cleaner here, and this might be the last cleaner you'll ever need. So before we actually get into this review, I want to mention I am not sponsored for this cleaner here. Yes, I actually paid for it out of my own pocket, and this cleaner right here is hands down the most expensive cleaner I've ever bought. That explains why tonight my wife says I'm sleeping on the couch. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this review, and I hope it helps. So this Beatbot Aquasense Pro here, it's marketed as the all-in-one cleaner. What it means is it's a 5-in-1 cleaner. This will clean 5 areas of your pool in just one device. It'll clean 1, the floors of your pool, 2, the walls of your pool, 3, the actual water line in your pool, and 4, the actual pool surface, the area above your pool. It's a surface skimmer and it'll clean that. Awesome. And finally, 5, it has a built-in water clarification system, a 5-in-1 machine, and it works really well as a 5-in-1 machine. Now, before we actually get into detail about the Aquasense Pro here, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Basically, the price of this. This is hands down the most expensive cleaner I've ever bought. Is it worth the price? And to be honest with you, yes, it is. And let me explain to you why. First off, I'm going to be brutally honest about the Aquasense Pro here. It is not the best in class for its cleaning area. What I mean is, as a robotic pool cleaner, it is not best in its class. Other pool cleaners that are robotic pool cleaners with premium robotic pool cleaners, they actually do better in terms of cleaning your pool. On the other hand, you have the automatic skimming function on the pool surface. This cleaner is not the best in its class. It's not the best automatic pool skimmer on the market right now. It isn't. This is, however, the only cleaner on the market with a water clarification system. I've actually never seen it before, so it has that. So now you're thinking, it's not the best in its class. Why is it worth that $2,000 price tag? Well, to be honest with you, it's not best in its class for those individual categories, but as a whole, it's actually pretty good. What this Beatbot Aquasense Pro here does really well, in my opinion, is the fact that it combines multiple cleaners into just one machine. What I mean is this. For a premium robotic pool cleaner that cleans the floors, walls, and water line, that's usually a separate robotic pool cleaner. For a premium automatic pool skimmer that cleans the surface of your pool, that's also a separate cleaner. Now, you also have a water clarification system, which is also a separate unit. That's basically 3 devices, and the Beatbot here excels at the fact that it's all in just one machine. It combines 3 devices into just one machine, and that alone is worth the convenience. That alone is actually worth the price tag. So what actually makes this Beatbot Aquasense Pro here? What makes this such a great machine? Well, it is the first ever robotic pool cleaner that is also able to float to the surface and also skim your pool. That's what makes it so great. Let's talk about it physically here. Take a look at it. It actually has a really nice design to it. It's got a nice little handle right here to grip onto. You have actual buttons here to basically change your cleaning modes right here. You have the little outlet that water comes out of. Let me turn this on the side over here and show you. You have your tracks on the side right here, which is really great. Let me flip this over and show you the bottom of it here. You can see you actually have 2 sets of brushes here, 2 on each side, which is awesome. You have a large inlet for debris to actually get suctioned into as well. Now, these 2 metal plates are actually designed for the actual charging station. This one right here, it comes with an actual charging station, which is really nice. Makes it so much more simple to basically just place right on top, just like that, to charge it, and also to use as a little display stand as well. Now, let me actually show you this right here. It's got an ultrasonic sensor over here. I'll flip this around just like that, and I actually want to show you the actual propellers. This right here, these are the actual propellers. These are what actually turn on when you're using the surface skimming mode and it glides across the pool. So that's awesome. Let me actually show you this piece right here. Inside, this little outlet right here will open up when the skimmer actually turns on, and that's where the debris actually gets suctioned in. Now, let me flip this around here, and I actually want to show you something really cool. Take a look right here. Let me actually open this up here and show you. There's absolutely nothing inside here. Now, I actually want to talk about this here. Beatbot decided to not include the actual water clarifying kit in this box here. When you buy this, when you spend over $2,000 for this actual cleaner here, you do not get a water clarification kit with it. You have to go online and you have to purchase it separately. And what it is basically a little tank, a little reservoir that's filled up with clarifying agent, 300 milliliters of clarifying agent. You take that, you open it up, you pop it inside and you close it up, and it'll automatically dispense clarifier to your pool over a period of a month. Now, To me, that is a terrible idea. The fact is, you spent so much money on this, it should include at least one kit to use to test out. Now, to be honest with you, I actually won't be using this water clarification system at all. I have a bottle of pool clarifier that I use occasionally. It costs half the price of just one clarifying kit. And that one bottle will last me years. At about 20 bucks each for the actual clarifying kit, which they expect you to use every single month, it's just a terrible idea. The water clarification system for me on this Beatbot here is a fail. But every pool owner is different, so you might actually use it. I just won't be using it. In terms of physical weight here, this thing weighs in at about 24 pounds. Now that's actually quite shocking because based off of the number of features on this cleaner, the fact that it's a robotic cleaner and a surface skimmer, I was expecting it to weigh over 30 pounds, closer to 40 pounds. But the fact that it's 24 pounds means it's lighter in weight and it's easier to put in and take out of the pool. Now at the top of this right here, let me actually open this up to reveal to you the easy access top loading debris basket here. And this is actually pretty cool. This is a dual filter here. Let me go ahead and just pull this open just like that, and you can see there are actually two filters to this. This is their dual filter basket here. The inside of this is a fine filter, and a fine filter works for about 90% of your pool. It'll clean out all your leaves, your twigs, your branches, your rocks, small, medium, large debris. On the other hand, if you get a lot of algae in your pool, if you get a lot of filmy, sticky stuff in your pool, cloudy and milky water, you will need this piece right here. And this is their version of an ultra fine filter kit. It's actually more finer in terms of the mesh here, so it's actually able to filter out more debris, more finer particles. Combined together just like this, it just snaps into place. You get this dual basket here, and this is actually really cool. I'll just pop this right back inside just like this and close it up just like that here. Super easy. So let's actually talk about the inside. What's inside this actual Beatbot here? First off, it works off of a 10,400 milliamp rechargeable battery. Yes, a big battery. This means that depending on the mode you use, you can actually use this for up to 9.5 hours continuously before you have to charge it. To charge it, it takes roughly 3.5 hours to fully charge, so it's actually pretty quick. Now, when I say you get 9.5 hours of continuous use, it doesn't mean that each cleaning mode that you use will take 9.5 hours. When you do floor mode, it's much quicker. It only runs for about 45 minutes to an hour, as opposed to if you're using the Pro mode, which cleans the floors, walls, waterline, and the surface. That'll run for the full 3.5 hours. What's great about it is that because it has that huge battery, you can run one mode. For instance, you can run that Pro mode, but if you see a little bit of debris on the floor, you can run just floor mode right after it without needing to fully charge this because you still have that big battery range. Also inside the Aquasense Pro here is the fact that it has a ton of power and a ton of technology. Yes, inside of this, there's actually 9 motors. Yes, not 1, not 2, not 3 motors, but 9 motors inside. This means that the Beatbot Aquasense Pro here, this sucks, but in a good way. It actually vacuums up all that debris really well. It sucks in a good way. The Aquasense Pro here also has 2 gyroscopes, so if you notice it kind of tipping over, it won't actually tip over. It'll be able to straighten itself out and lay flat on the floor, so that's awesome. Also built into this cleaner here is the fact that it has 20 sensors, including 1 ultrasonic AI sensor. Yes, an AI sensor, and that's actually important because inside of this, you have your mapping and scanning of your pool, but you also have a obstacle avoidance system. In combination with that AI ultrasonic sensor, what it does is it's able to actually detect objects in your pool, just like a traditional navigation system, a traditional smart navigation system. But what it does is it not only sees the object, but knows what it is. So it will be able to go up to it and not just move away like other cleaners. It'll go up to it and actually clean around it. Clean as close as it can to the object and then move away. So that's actually really great. So let's actually talk about the cleaning modes here. Physically on the actual cleaner here, you have all your modes right here. This one right here, this is quick mode, or in other words, it focuses just on the floors of your pool. Over here, you have your standard mode. This is where it focuses on both your floors, walls, and waterline of your pool. Now, over here, you have something called eco mode here, and this is actually really cool. Basically, what this is a weekly timer. And what it does is it basically turns on every other day and cleans just the floor of your pool. This means you can leave it in your pool all week long and it'll be able to clean it. So that's actually really awesome. Really nice that a cordless robotic pool cleaner has a weekly timer. So that's great. Now, this mode right here, this is what they call Pro mode. And this is what they're advertising as the best feature, the best mode for the Beatbot Aquasense Pro here. So what is Pro Mode? Well, basically Pro Mode is a combination. What it does is it'll clean the floors of your pool. It'll clean then the walls of your pool, including the water line. And finally, it'll actually empty out water in itself and float to the surface of the pool. And then it'll focus on skimming the surface of your pool. That's what Pro Mode is, and that's what you'll probably be using the most. It works really well, and it's actually very fun to see. Now, I do want to say something here. Pro Mode is super cool and all, but Beatbot has the order of operations here totally wrong. It is backwards here. It's actually pretty dumb in my opinion. In Pro Mode, what it'll do is it does an order of operations. Again, it goes to the floors first, and then it moves to the walls, and then it finally floats to the surface and cleans the debris on the top of the surface. When it comes to pool skimming, an automatic pool skimmer, the whole idea of an automatic pool skimmer is that it floats on the top surface first to capture all the debris in your pool before it actually sinks down. All the debris sinks down to the bottom of your pool. The fact is, in Pro Mode, it is reversed. It focuses first sinking down to the pool and cleaning that up, and at the same time, while it's cleaning the floors and walls, the debris that's on the surface starts to sink down. So when the actual cleaner is finally ready to float to the surface of the pool, the debris is already stuck in the middle or actually now landing on the bottom surface of the pool. So you have new debris sitting at the bottom of the pool. Pro Mode is reversed here, and that is actually a big flaw. That's a big bummer to this actual Pro Mode here. They should have reversed this. Now, another little pet peeve I have with the Beatbot here is the fact that it has 4 modes on the actual physical cleaner right here that you can control. It should have at least 1 more on here, and that is the ability to turn it on to focus just on the surface of your pool to act as a pool skimmer. You're marketing this Beatbot as an all-in-one cleaner with the ability to clean the surface of your pool to be an automatic pool skimmer. You should be able to just focus on just skimming the pool surface. You have one for the actual floors here. Why not have one for the actual surface floor or the actual top of the pool? That in itself is a big downside to me. However, I do want to mention, there is a way you can actually make your own surface skimming mode. Basically, you have to go into the app and use the app to customize it to make it focus just on skimming the actual pool surface. I'll show you how to do that in just a little bit. One of the main features of the Aquasense Pro right here, one of the reasons why you are actually looking at this is the fact that it is packed with smart features. It is a smart cleaner. It has an online app that you connect to and you're able to see all sorts of things with that. If you're in the market for a cleaner like this, you will and you should be using the app. Otherwise, you're just paying for a really, really expensive premium robotic pool cleaner. Now, it's actually a very simple and easy to use app, and I'll go ahead and show you here. Okay guys, so here's the Beatbot app here. You want to go ahead and add the Aquasense Pro to your devices here first. Next, you want to actually connect it to your Wi-Fi. If you take a look right here, it is the battery percentage over here, and it says standby because it's powered on but not in the pool. Over here on the left, you can actually see the current weather in your area, so that's cool. Down here towards the bottom, you'll actually see your cleaning record here. It actually shows you your past uses, basically how much you covered and how long it ran, so that's great. Now, over here at the very bottom, you click on that and it'll actually bring you into your modes here. Now here you actually see the 4 modes here, the preset modes that come with the actual cleaner: Quick, Standard, Pro, and Eco mode. Basically, it can also be accessed on the physical cleaner itself. Now, pay attention to the bottom here. You have a custom mode here, and this is where it actually gets interesting. If you're looking to actually get your cleaner to focus just on skimming the pool, this is where you're actually able to do it. Basically, you have to customize a cleaning mode to focus just on the surface here. In custom mode, you can actually set it to run once or twice per area. You can also set it to focus just on the surface, floors, or walls. But I do want to point out that if you take one option off and you want to focus it in a certain order, for instance, I want to focus on the surface just by itself right here. But if I want to actually switch it over and I want it to focus on the surface and then another area, for example, if I want to pick the actual mode here at the wall, I want to focus on just the surface and the wall, it won't actually do it in the order that I pick. It always goes floor, wall, and then surface regardless of which area I choose. So that's actually a bummer. You can't select the order of operations here. Right here, I'm just going to leave it on 2 times surface skimming to actually skim the surface. Now, if you move around the app here, you can actually see a few different things here. Now, there's actually a big downside to this. there is no option in this app anywhere to actually physically control your robot. There is no remote control, so you can't actually turn it up, down, left, right, or anything like that. That's actually a big bummer because for the amount of money you spend, there are actually other cleaners that will let you do that with their remote control on the app. This one does not have that, and in my opinion, it should. So you can see that the app is actually fairly simple to use. Again, I want to point out there is no physical remote control to it, which is a big bummer. For a smart cleaner like this with an app, you should be able to physically control it with a remote control, and there is no option in the app to physically control your robot. That's a big downside for me. Also, another big pet peeve for me is the fact that when you turn this cleaner on and you select a mode and you put it into the pool and it runs, on the app, you cannot actually stop it and change settings. You can't change it to go into a different cleaning mode. You must let the actual cleaner finish the mode that it's already set on. So you have to wait the entire time to be able to switch modes, which is actually terrible. You either wait that entire time or you get the little retrieval hook that it comes with and you fish this out of the pool, let it reset, and then change your mode and put it into the pool. What it should do on the actual app is let you change cleaning modes while it's in the pool running a different mode. And the fact is, it does not have that. Now, one really important thing I want to point out is that, yes, I have all these little pet peeves, what I don't like about the actual cleaning modes, what it doesn't do. But what's great about this Beatbot Aquasense Pro here is what I'm believing it to do is the fact that it has OTA updates, over-the-air updates. So as long as you're connected to Wi-Fi, it's able to actually update itself, update the software, and make it do certain things. That does two things. One, it can fix those little issues that I don't like. It can add cleaning modes later on. It can actually switch that pro mode later on if it chooses to. So it will be able to do that, which is great. And the second thing this actually does with OTA updates is it actually makes it more competitive later on. A year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, if it's still updating itself, it will be able to compete with its competitors because basically every new year that comes out, there's new cleaners with new technology. And with OTA updates, it will still be in the game. So I love the fact that it does support OTA updates here. So I talked a lot about the Beatbot Aquasense Pro here. So let's finally go ahead and take it over to the pool. I'll put it inside and I'll show you how well it works. All right, guys, so we're ready to put the Aquasense Pro into the pool here. But the first thing you always need to do when placing this into the pool is you need to calibrate it first. Every single time you put this in the pool, you have to calibrate it so it knows where the floor is. And to do that is very simple. You will have to place this first on a flat surface. All right, I'm going to place this right here on this surface right here. You can see it's actually flat on the floor here. I'm going to hit the power button, hold it for 2 seconds, and it'll turn on. You can see that light up there. It means it's turning on, and it will actually blink through different modes here. It always does this at the start. There's no way to actually fast forward this. If you push any button, it won't actually get past this, so keep that in mind. So give it a few seconds to load, and right there, it's loaded now. I have it on Pro mode right here, but you can switch it to any mode that you actually like. I'm going to keep it on that Pro mode just like this. And from here, you just wait 5 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000. And that's it. It's calibrated. I wish there was an indicator, but there isn't actually an indicator. So that's all you really have to do to calibrate it. Now you just go ahead and put it into the pool. All right, guys, so now let's go ahead and place this into the pool. Just place it in gently, just like this. And it'll take the water on and sink down into the pool, and then it'll start up. So go ahead and watch that. And now that it's actually on the bottom of the pool, just give it a few seconds. There you go. It's starting to move right now, and it's in Pro mode right now. So what it'll do is it'll actually focus on cleaning the floors first, and it'll move along the walls, and then finally up onto the surface to clean the surface. So let's watch this here. Okay, guys, so take a look at the Beatbot Aquasense Pro. Go over my main drain right there. It has no issues going over the main drain at all. That is actually pretty awesome because a lot of these cleaners, I have 2 main drains, one there and one there. You saw that it actually just went right over that. A lot of these other cleaners will get stuck on the main drain and I'll have to knock it loose or turn off the drain. So it's actually really nice that I could leave this on right now and it can actually move off of it. So that's great. Okay, guys, I want to point something out here. The Aquasense Pro, this is in floor mode right now, so it won't climb up my actual steep wall tanning ledge right here. In floor mode, it does not climb up walls. So whether it be a steep wall over here or the actual floor wall over here, it won't climb up that in floor mode. It'll go up a little and come back down. It's not until it switches over to wall and waterline cleaning mode that it's able to get up on my tanning ledge. Okay guys, so I have the Beatbot on wall cleaning mode now, so you can actually see I have a very steep tanning ledge all the way down there. This is very steep, about 4.5 feet tall. And let's pay attention to the actual Aquasense Pro. Look at it climb up my very steep wall right here, and it should make it all the way up there. You can see that. It hits my tanning ledge going over it right now, all the way up to my waterline. That's actually my skimmer right there. So let's actually see how well it does on that there. It's turning around so it doesn't get stuck on the actual skimmer, and it's going to go back down. Now it's actually turning right now because of that pattern, and it's actually going to climb up the rest of my wall right here at the waterline. Just take a look right there. It's cleaning my waterline right there. It's going to go back down, and then it should move along this path along the actual ledge here. That right there is my tanning ledge. It's about 4.5 feet tall from the actual floor there, and you can see in wall climbing mode, it will actually climb up my tanning ledge, and it is very steep. This wall going up is very steep. It's a straight wall just going straight up. So take a look right there. It's going over that. It's actually climbing up onto my tanning ledge right there. And it actually reaches that part of the ledge. So that's awesome. The Beatbot is actually on my tallest tanning ledge up here. It's actually able to reach this tall ledge, which is really awesome. You can see a lot of these cleaners won't actually reach this point here, but this one actually makes it up here. So that's actually really great. You can see it go up there. This step right here is very steep and it is very shallow. So I don't expect any cleaner to be able to go up that at all. But you see what it just did where it kind of went straight up and it looked like it was going to flip over? It didn't do that because there's gyroscopes in it to keep it from flipping over. Okay guys, so I have the Aquasense Pro on wall climbing mode. That includes the waterline up here. I'm 5 foot tall up here on my walls right here. You can see it actually moved up my wall really well. It'll hit the waterline right there. Just like that, scrub it, and then it'll actually go back down and repeat that pattern. Remember, it moves in that preset pattern along the wall. You can see it here. It'll go down. Watch it go down. Just like that, and from here it'll actually turn a little bit when it goes up. It's coming up now, and you see it turn right there, and it's going to move up a little bit more, and it's going to turn a little bit. You can see now it's turning back this way and moving up this direction, so it moves in a very unique pattern all the way up the water line right there. So that's awesome, and it'll do this along the entire walls of my pool, all the way around, even along the actual tanning ledge of the pool there. So that's actually really cool. Focus on that debris along that water line right there. And look at it. It's actually hitting the water line soon. And look at it. Just hit all that debris at the water line. Scrub it all up. Basically soak it in. And look at that. It actually took up all that debris. So that's actually really great. Really great water line scrubbing here. Okay guys, so I'm actually at the corner of my pool at the top right here. It's 5 feet tall. This is in wall cleaning mode right now. So it's climbing up the walls to clean the walls and the water line right here. And it's about to hit the corner over here. So I'm going to show you how it actually moves from one wall to the next wall over here. You can see it actually turned around at the corner here, and now it's going to actually transition over to this wall right here. So that's actually pretty cool. It knows that it's actually moving to the other wall. Just take a look. Right there. So that's actually really awesome. It did move from this side of the wall to this wall over here on this side. Okay guys, so I am going to switch it to the pool surface skimming mode. Just take a look at all this debris on the surface of my pool. I just had a ton of wind and debris fly on the surface of the pool. So let's go ahead and turn on the surface cleaner. Alright guys, so I have the Beatbot switched to my custom mode to basically focus on just the surface of the pool. It's spinning around now, and it should be able to get around the pool with no issues to actually skim the surface of the pool. So let's pay attention here. It's actually pretty cool to see. You can see the actual outlet on the back of the jet actually squirt water out. So that's actually cool. It just hit a wall right there, and you can see it's actually turning right now to try to get itself out of the wall. And there you go. It's moving straight now for all this debris over here. You can see right over here. I'm going to show you. Look at all that debris on the surface here. So let's watch it pick up that debris at this angle here. So that's cool. You see it kind of just eat it up like that. That's actually really awesome. Look at it go. Look at all that debris get suctioned up into the actual basket right there. That big opening right there. That's really cool. Now it's actually turning right now, so it's slowed down. You can see the jet turn around right there. Look at all that debris on the surface right there. So this actual surface skimmer should do a really great job at it. Just look at it go. Alright guys, so I want to point something out here. Take a look. I'm at the top part of my stairs here. Basically this tanning ledge is the steepest part of my step. This is very steep, only about half a foot from the actual wall. It will actually go up it, but back down. So that's great. I don't expect it to go up here. It's very shallow water. It won't be able to move along it. But it's at the top of my tanning ledge right here, and it's not stuck. It's still able to pretty much skim the top surface of my tanning ledge as well. Okay guys, so take a look at the Aquasense Pro right here. Right now it actually hit my little hose right here. I put this on purpose for it to basically run into. And you can see it's still trying to go, but let's see if it gets out of it. Since I'm actually here, I want to point something out. This little inlet right here inside, there is no actual impeller at all. So when the debris actually goes inside, it gets sucked in, yes. But it's actually free to basically come back out if it wants to come back out. There's nothing actually spinning and blocking it from coming back out like other pool skimmers do. Now, you see that? It's actually going to be able to back out now. I can tell it's actually backing out from this actual hose here. So if you have a ladder or a pool pole in your actual pool, it'll be able to kind of get around it, just like it's getting around this right now. You can see that? It's moving around it, it's sensing it, and it's actually able to get out of it. So it doesn't just get caught up on the actual hose right there. So that's actually really great. Alright guys, so I want to point out the actual pattern that it moves along the surface right here. You can see the Aquasense Pro, it's skimming the surface, and then what it does is it moves straight along like an S pattern along just like this here. So pay attention here, I'll just hold it and record for a while. You can see it actually move that direction just like that. You can see it's curving right now. Move forward a little bit. And then turn a little bit more in this direction right here. And then it'll go straight back that direction there. That's the pattern it actually takes. It's actually lowering itself out to go straight this direction, see? Just like that. Very predictable pattern. And it's actually really nice that it moves in a pattern, so it's just not wandering aimlessly in the pool. Okay guys, so I have the Beatbot out of the pool here. I just want to show you the debris that it picked up. Let me go ahead and open this up here, and let me pull this out here and just show you. Look at that. You can see this is a dual filter basket, but there's actually two layers. Look at the inside. It picked up all the debris there, but on the side right here, I'll actually pop this out right here. You can see down here at the bottom, the second basket is actually that ultra fine basket. You can see the much smaller debris on the inside of that basket here compared to the bigger debris on the inner basket. So that's actually really cool. The difference in these two baskets, the combination of them being an ultra fine filter, that is totally awesome. So you guys can see that the Beatbot Aquasense Pro here is actually a really great cleaner. It definitely is an all-in-one cleaner, and it cleans 5 different areas of the pool. What the Beatbot Aquasense Pro here does really well is the fact that it combines multiple cleaners into just one device. This means that I'm no longer lugging around 3 different devices. I don't have to carry around a robotic cleaner in one hand. I don't have to carry around a automatic pool skimmer in the other hand. And I don't have to carry around a automatic dispensing clarifying kit in the third hand that I have hidden around me. The fact is, this is an all-around system, and it's built into just one machine. It's based off of convenience, which means that you'll save time, you'll save physical workload, and in the end, you'll actually save money, which is great. So let me actually ask this question again. Is it worth that 2K price tag? And again, I gotta say, yes, it is. But in terms of numbers, let me actually break it down for you. To hire a pool service company at about once or twice a month to come out and clean your pool, it'll cost between $150 to $250 a month. This cleaner, over the period of 2 years, I'm only saying 2 years because the warranty for this lasts 2 years. In essence, this cleaner will last much longer than 2 years as long as you properly maintain it. But in general, over 2 years, the price of this comes in at about a little under $100 a month. So you can actually see that you already save money instead of hiring a pool service over 2 years. Now, let me actually break it down even further for you if you're a numbers guy like me. For a comparable cleaner, for comparable cleaners, remember this is the all-in-one, multiple devices at once. If you were to buy a separate robotic pool cleaner, a premium robotic pool cleaner with the similar features that this cleaner has, the smart features and everything included, it will come in at a good $1,000. For a good premium robotic pool cleaner that's cordless, it will come in at $1,000. On the other hand, you have also an automatic pool skimmer. And for a really good automatic pool skimmer, you're looking at about $400. And finally, you have that water clarification system, which I'm not going to personally use, but other people will use. And to be honest, I have no idea how much that's worth. I've never seen a water clarification dispersion system before, but just to be nice, I'm going to say that it's worth $100. That to me is actually being quite generous. So in total, the cost comes to about $1,500 for 3 devices that does the same thing as this actual cleaner here. This device is $2,000, so you have a $500 difference here. Now, is it worth that $500? And again, yes, it is. The pure convenience factor alone, the fact that I don't have to carry around 3 different machines, just this one machine that I could put in the pool and do everything, makes it worth that extra $500. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy this right now. I'm not saying that at all. If you already have a pool cleaner that's doing a great job and it's cleaning really well, don't buy this. Just wait until it breaks down. Or if you're in the market for an automatic pool skimmer, then take a look at this as well. Eventually, you'll need both. If you're looking for a cleaner that does both the robotic pool cleaning and the surface skimming at the same time, along with that extra water clarification kit system, then the Beatbot Aquasense Pro here is definitely a really good choice. Definitely something to consider. Definitely a little cleaner here. I recommend.
We hope this review helps.